I genuinely think today, guys, everybody is really just faking it. I really think, if a lot of people would, do work on themselves, this issue that, is so relatable to everybody in the world, um, you know, and it's like I notice this shit a lot when I see certain other creators talk about it on YouTube on this platform, bro. It's just normal today in Gen Z, like in this generation, to have these issues and come across these things of just stating these facts when it's come to, dealing with people. And today in this generation, it's like, dude, everybody is faking it. Everybody, is not even trying to work on themselves. Everybody is just, everybody just has this attitude of, just being weird to one another. Everybody doesn't know the definition, the word, the meaning of friendship, the meaning of loyalty. And it's like, man, I'm just, I'm sick of it, to be honest, bro. I told you guys this shit time and time and again. It's like, man, I really wish I wasn't really a part of this generation because of how dysfunctional, people are, as a whole. Nobody really, respects each other anymore. Relationships today are, meaningless. I think most relationships are, a waste of time. Most relationships, most friendships, dude, are just dead. A lot of people are not really friends as, you guys think. A lot of people don't really socialize. And it's like, man, you just really have to, understand and know these things about this generation. It's like, man, everybody is faking it, bro. It's nothing authentic. It's nothing genuine about, this generation. It's gonna take years of just hard work, of people just working on themselves and just people just trying to do better, as a community, as a person, to change their ways, to change their attitude, to change every single thing about themselves. It's like, man, when you approach a person, you approach people, you talk to people today in this generation of, just people today in this generation, you could just sense the fake conversation between people. You could sense the fake vibes. You could sense that it's like, this conversation that you're having with this person, it's not authentic. This person is coming off like they just genuinely don't rock with you. This person that, they genuinely just don't like you as a person. A lot of you guys out here have watched my videos. You guys have left comments in the past. You guys have told me certain issues like this, certain situations like this. When people have, communicated with you guys, certain people, conversation wise, you could just tell, the fake vibe, you could tell the fake energy, you could tell the person is not really into the conversation. And it's like, it makes you feel like, dude, like what the fuck is going on? Like what the hell is going on? And it's like, man, I really just think, it's like, everybody's faking it, bro. It's like nothing is real anymore. It's like, times have changed from, today, from 10 years ago, even, 20 years ago. And it's like, dog, it's like, everything has just changed. Everything has shifted. Yes, I can say, the pandemic has, a big impact in social media. The pandemic and social media has a big impact on, people and how socializing has changed the world. It has changed the economy. But, that was a long time ago when we were isolated with the pandemic. But it's like since then, I feel like, it has gotten worse. A lot of people, tend to not like, communicate more. A lot of people tend to, be on social media more, spend so much time on social media. And that's like where all the disconnection comes from. Just being on social media, like I said, comparing yourself to others. And it's like, I feel like that was like the biggest, one, like the biggest trigger. Like, when, social media, like Instagram, for example, when Instagram became bigger, with the highlights and everything, like, everybody compared their life to others. And it's like, this, like, it's just a comparison game today. It's like, how can I compare myself to you? Like, if I'm on Instagram and like, this is how people think today. It's like, if I'm not going to this place, if I'm not achieving this goal in my life, then it's like, I'm not gonna, be happy with myself. I'm going to envy this person. I'm not gonna be happy for this person. It's like everything today is just a competition game. And it's like, I feel like, that what really made the world, really just weird. People today in this generation, to be exact, weird of, just competing, trying to compare yourself to others. And it's really just doing a lot of damage, man. Like I say, a lot of people, I feel like the world today we really would not be having these issues. You really want to be seeing like content creators like me, content creators like other, creators you guys see on YouTube, make content about this, because it's like, it's just the real day-to-day thing, man. It's just cool today. It's just the best way to be, is just to be by yourself. The best thing to do, bro, is just to be with the ones that, you kick it with, the small foundation of people that you came up with, the small foundation of people that are solid to you, bro. It's really, I'm really just judgy about who's in my life, the people that's in my life. I'm really just judgy about, who I pick as a friend today. You really have to pick, be picky about who you pick as a friend today, bro, because most people, like I told you guys today, are not friends, man. A lot of people, today are just using one another, man, for benefits. Relationships today are just, it's not real. You get out here, you get in a relationship with a girl, or vice versa, a guy, it's like, man, it's just somebody's trying to get something out of somebody. Somebody's using somebody for benefits. It's not real. It's not genuine, man. This generation is just, it's nothing genuine about this generation. I'm really at the point where it's like, I deal with it, like I said, I don't really socialize with like a lot of people. Yes, I am a person that comes off with respect. I do respect others, but once you get out here, once you had, past experiences for like the past couple of years of just how people, interact with one another, and just people I know that, have these experiences, like, man, it's just disgusting. It's like, it's just terrible. Like, as a people, it's like, bro, I really just feel like as people, like, we have to do better. And it's like, I really feel like no one's working on themselves today, man. Nobody is really working on trying to become the best version of themselves. It's like a lot of people just want to half-ass. A lot of people just want to, just not do the work, work on their mental health, get the help that they need to become a better human being. A lot of people just wants to be, a shitty person, a fake person. Like, a lot of people think it's cool to, be a weirdo and, treat somebody disrespectful because of, how they feel and their beliefs. And it's like, I tell you guys this all the time. It's like, man, if you are an authentic person today, if you are a real person today, which is, it's not a lot left, man. It's a small selection of people that's really just real, and they really have good values, good intention. Man, like, you will get treated differently, man, because it's like a lot of people today is not built to have that mentality. A lot of people today are not built to, act like that, act like you. You're a different breed. When you come in the room, when you come around people, you're a person that's going to challenge other people's authority. And it's like, when people just, today, like, these motherfuckers in this generation that act like this, like, act fake, these motherfuckers are followers, bro. They're going to feel offended. They're going to feel uncomfortable, because it's like a person who has values, a person who has self-respect, a person who comes up with, a good background from family. Like, man, you're just a different breed. So it's like, man, you're going to stand out, bro. You're going to be the person that stands out, because it's like all of these motherfuckers today that's in this generation that's, acting this way, acting fake. Bro, all they know how to do is just act fake and follow trends, bro. Everything is a trend today to these motherfuckers today in Gen Z. Like, I don't follow trends, guys. I never been the type of person to follow trends. I never been the type of person to, follow the latest trend because I thought it was cool. And it's like, man, a lot of people today, guys, are really just lost, man. It's crazy. Like, a lot of people today are really just lost, and you could just tell by the way they carry themselves. You could just tell by how the way they come off as a person. And it's like, man, a lot of people today just don't want to do the work. A lot of people today are not genuine. It's like, man, I'm going to continually, say it because it's the facts, bro. I feel like social media really just made like a lot of people just, act weird, compare their life to others. If you're on social media, if you are this person that doesn't have a lot of followers, you get judged for that. If you are this person that don't own a lot of materialistic items, bro, you get judged for that. You get talked about for that, because it's like, you're not like everybody else. You're supposed to be following this trend. And like I told you guys today, man, everything is a trend. A lot of people want to be followers today. Nobody wants to be leaders. If you are a leader today, man, I salute to you. If you are a person that has, good energy, if you are a person that is willing to build up a friendship with somebody, help out your friend, help out your partner, put your homeboys on or whatever, brother, I really salute to you, man, because it's like a lot of people like that today, man. It's really not like that, bro. It's not like that. I really genuinely dead ass don't have a lot of genuine conversations with people my age, in my age group, because of the maturity level and how people think. And it's like, man, I really just feel like, if you are this person that just have values, if you are this person that has self-respect, bro, you're gonna get left out because of, like I say, everything is a trend today. A lot of people today are fake. A lot of people are fake and their relationships are fake. Social media give these women, false options of how many men they get to pick and choose from. Most of these women today are not loyal for shit. And it's like, dude, like I say, bro, it's like, social media is like, I feel like it's just a cancerous app. I really just, feel like it manipulated like a lot of people into thinking, like the world on that app is just not real. Like, this is the real life. And I feel like everybody have these beliefs that they see on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat. They try to, live that lifestyle in the real world. And it's like, you could just tell the effect how it has on people. And it's like, man, it's just not real, man. Like, I don't really think this generation is real, dog. And I'm gonna stand on that because it's like, man, I know where I come from. I come from a background of, people who's good people, just solid beliefs. I was taught to be a leader. I was taught to be, a person who would just make your own trend. And it's like a lot of motherfuckers today, bro, like they're not, a lot of people today, guys, are not putting in the work. And you could just tell by how the way, people are, how people present themselves and how people conversate with you, man. Most conversations are not genuine. Most conversations are fake. And it's like, this is the life we are living in, 2026, man. And, it's going to take a long time for this shit to improve because, like, man, it's just, Gen Z is dying quick, bro. Gen Z is really dying quick. The pandemic had a big impact on that. Social media had a big impact on that. Snapchat. I could, go into, for hours about that app because that app is so fucking demonic, and just how people are on that app, just sneaky and just, on bullshit. Like, Snapchat is like the biggest fucking demonic app. And it's like, a lot of people on Snapchat, use Snapchat for, not good reasons. People think it's cool to, like, I guess, leave your messages on scene, leave your messages open, for, certain long periods of time, because it's like you might text them, they might not text back, they think it's cool. And then another thing I really hate about the app is like how the fact that it's like when you text somebody, the messages don't stay, the messages don't, appear there. They're not, they're not going to stay for a long time. They go ghost right away. So it's like that should really just tell you a lot about, the app, period, and just social media, period. It's like, bro, motherfuckers are using social media for like the wrong reasons. It's a dirty ass app. I haven't used that app in years. Don't plan on using it. And it's like, I really just feel like I say, I tell you guys this shit, guys. Social media, it has a big impact on people. A lot of people don't want to do the work. A lot of people don't want to work on themselves. A lot of people don't want to work to become their best version of themselves because they know it takes a lot of work. They know it takes time. They know it takes effort. They know it takes consistency. A lot of people want to stay attached to the phone. People don't want to go outside no more. Friends don't go outside no more. Everybody's faking it, man. Everybody's faking it today. Nothing is genuine. A lot of people are just getting by just to get by. And it's like, man, the real people that's really working on themselves, bro, you will get blessed at the end. I feel like, for us chosen ones out here and my real ones out here that's working on ourselves, that's building ourselves up, we're, doing the best thing, doing the best we can. We're staying solid through the bullshit, because it is crazy times right now in this economy. It's like, dude, it just has to take a long time for, I guess, this life shit to just change, especially for this generation and for people to really grow up and mature, because, man, a lot of people, I feel like, are just faking it. A lot of people are not putting in the time and effort to work into themselves. And, it's going to take a long time for, Gen Z to get it together, because right now, people are figuring about the day. People are, not socializing. People are not, working on themselves. People are just using other people for benefits. Relationships are just, people are in relationships today for just beneficial reasons. It's nothing genuine. It's nothing real about relationships. It's nothing real even about marriage. Marriage today is even a fucking humiliation ritual. So it's like, dog, And it's all what you see on social media. It's all from, you know, what's projected on the internet. Everybody wants to act like this, from false information, fake information, and just, you know, it just generated to their real life because of social media, bro. But, you know, that's just Gen Z for you guys. I wanted to make a message and just to tell you guys this shit today for this video, bro. Like, everybody today is faking it. Everybody is not genuine. Nothing is genuine. People are not genuine anymore. You're blessed. You're lucky to have, you know, a circle of genuine people. You're blessed to have a circle of good people. And hey, it's gonna take a long time for, you know, this generation to heal and recover. A lot of people today are just, you know, I really feel like a lot of people have past trauma that they haven't worked on, that they're still, you know, holding back. And like I say, I think a lot of people need to do work on themselves, man. And, you know, it just is what it is, bro.